What's going on, humans? Yeah, doing a little bit of a live thing, a little bit of a I guess you would say like tailgating. We're tailgating on somebody else's stream until they go live. So yeah, how y'all doing out there? Tonight is the Nerdsense. If you guys don't know who Nerdsense is, you should really know who they are. They're really good dudes. They do a lot of beer stuff, a lot of nerdy stuff, hence the Nerdsense and the whole beer community and stuff like that. And they're having their Christmas special every year. They do a Christmas kind of holiday special on their channel, and I usually jump in and kind of hang out and do all that kind of stuff. Well, this year, actually not this year, but every year they do them. They actually have this kind of like tradition they do every time they have their holiday special, and it's kind of like a back and forth kind of like gift exchange and a little bit of like kind of like beer stuff that they always do every year, and they always have a select group of people they do it with. So they do their Christmas special, and then once they kind of they're past the kind of gift giving thing with their family and friends and all that kind of stuff, they kind of go into like a beer tuber mode on there. And that's where we come in. We're going to jump over when that actually happens. I'll actually have Sean or Mike from Nerdsense send me a message when they are actually ready to receive us. Let's put it that way. So I was kind of hanging out, doing my thing, and talked to Keith. And I was like, let's do a little pre-gaming. Let's do a little tailgate. Let's actually hang out on our own little stream for a hot minute until those guys are done doing their thing. And then we'll jump on and have a whole bunch of fun. And he was like, that sounds like a plan. So, yeah, here we are. Festival Christmas. Yeah, I'm wearing my sweet Christmas sweater that I wear every year for this stuff. Gets a little tighter every year right around the chesticles region because Daddy's got a little beef on him, but such is life. So there you go. So like I said, Keith is probably going to join in at some time. Maybe we'll have somebody else kind of pop in and hang out for a minute or two. We'll probably be on here, I'm guessing, for give or take about an hour. Not all that long, but long enough to kind of hang out and chat like that. And like I said, when I'm done doing this, you guys can jump over to the actual Nerdsense holiday special, which we'll move on over to. I'll throw a link in the comments and all that stuff when we're done towards the end. And like I said, if you don't know who those guys are, Nerdsense, go check them out. Super good dudes. They're probably some of the better dudes that on the YouTubes, if not I've met in person off the YouTubes, because we've hung out a couple times in the real lives. So yeah, how's everybody holidays going so far? Mine is off to a very weird start. As most of you know, I ended up contracting COVID give or take about a month ago, a little less than a month ago. I'm past it. I got a little sniffle going on, but that's pretty much it. Both me and my wife actually had it, but we didn't have it all that bad. So we're one of the lucky ones. But it was kind of poopy through Thanksgiving because you couldn't smell a lot of stuff and taste wasn't that good and all that kind of fun stuff. So I took a couple weeks off, 2.5 weeks off of actually doing any kind of beer stuff. And kind of really taking it easy since then. I did beer stuff last weekend, and I do anything beer stuff all week. And tonight I did a couple beer reviews before I dropped on here. And so it's been a weird Christmas. Today was even weirder. I work from home on Fridays typically. I'll work from home other days, but my wife had a little bit of cramping going on with her pregnancy. My wife is pregnant, for those who don't know. We had to go to the hospital and spend a good part of the day for them to tell us it was not a big deal, which is always the answer you want to get. So it's quite the hectic day. Was absolutely up for hanging out and having a beer or seven. So here we go. So let's jump into comments real quick. We had a window beer review from Thomas chiming in. He says, "Hi, everybody. Don't let me miss this." If you guys don't know Thomas, go check him out. He's dudes. And Alex Beermaster said, "What are you going to be drinking tonight on your Christmas special?" It is not my Christmas special. This is the pre-gaming Christmas special for somebody else's Christmas special. It's like the 6 degrees of separation for Christmas specials. I cracked a couple different beers that I actually reviewed before I went on the air. But as far as my Christmas beers, and these aren't technically Christmas beers, but for me, they're Christmas beers. I got a little Guden, Carlus Van de Kaiser Blau, which is their Belgian Dark. 2018 edition. I'll be cracking into this. Is one of my favorite beers to drink around the holiday time. Much the same This is quintessential Christmas beer. It's an Eyinger Celebrator, or as some would say, Celebrator. I say Celebrator because I don't say binoculars or aluminium. So it's a Eyinger Celebrator. The reason why this is quintessential Christmas beer because I like me some box, like me some double box during Christmas time. And this little sucker, this nice little ornament here goes in the Christmas tree. That's why it makes it a Christmas beer for me. You know, not only get a delicious, one of the best, if not the best, Doppelbock in the history of creation, you also get a free Christmas ornament. So off of that one. So that's always one of my favorite ones to dive in around Christmas time. And then just some random chuggable hazies, the stuff you typically would partake in when it comes to, an all-night drinking session, which is kind of going to be. We're here, like I said, for about an hour. We'll probably be hanging out till about 8. We'll move over to Sean and Mike's channel on Nerdsense and go from there. So before we do that, because once I get over to their channel, I want to stay festive. I don't want to get too out in left field. Let's talk a little bit of beer stuff. Let's talk a little bit of COVID stuff, actually, because that is something, like I said, that I kind of dealt with myself going through. So, yeah, man. COVID sucks. It sucks for a lot of different people. But the thing that sucks, worst thing about COVID is the reveal of humans who are assholes and don't take it seriously. That has not been more readily apparent than the state of Pennsylvania. I live in New Jersey, but I actually work in Pennsylvania. I'm right on the border of Pennsylvania. It takes me like less than 10 minutes to actually get from where I am to Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania just went into their second kind of shutdown from now until past New Year's. Very much needed. And it's all because of people that don't believe COVID is real, don't believe it exists, choose not to wear masks, all the simple stuff. That anybody, any semi-coherent, logical, compassionate, intelligent human being would do, a lot of people aren't doing. So they're showing social distancing, they're hanging out in droves, they're going to parties, they're doing all the things you shouldn't be doing. If you actually do all those things and do it properly and everybody jumps on board, all the people that cry foul when it comes to wearing a mask or shutdowns are the same people who are like militant, like all about USA and all that shit. Well, and they talk about my grandfather fought for my freedoms. Be like, you know what? Your grandfather died so you can have freedoms and you won't fucking sacrifice a fucking couple weeks with a mask. You're a fucking hypocrite and an asshole. Anyway, so that happened in Pennsylvania yesterday. They actually went into an additional lockdown, and it was super disheartening to see a few breweries kind of be like, we're not going to cow down to the powers that be that are trying to keep me from starving and keep my business afloat and all that kind of stuff. So some breweries kind of took up the mantle of being righteous and telling people that they're going to stay open because they can't live in a tyrannical society. And fuck those places. I've been calling them out. You know what I mean? As I go on Instagram posting shit, don't give these people your money because they're a bunch of pieces of shit. Don't give these people money because they're pieces of shit, because they're basically saying we matter more than everybody else and we don't want to do our part. They're doing it in a veiled kind of like champion thing where I'm like, I'm being patriotic and this is my duty to stand up against the tyrannical government, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. And yeah, fuck those places. And I got really hot and bothered about it. Got a little bit too kind of irritated by that faux patriotism that they absolutely think is patriotism. What am I drinking right now? Just so you guys know. This beer is fucking delicious, by the way. This would be, get my trusty little beer stand here for you guys. Five Rabbit Brewing. So 5 Rabbit Brewing. I haven't had much from these guys. As you can see, it says it on the side here. It's 5 Rabbit Brewing. This is one of their stickers right there. Chinga tu pelo, which is fuck your hair in Spanish. We're talking about Trump, by the way. And I'll get to that in a second. A little bit of background about that one. But they sent off some beers, and this is a Berliner Weiss, or wit beer, sorry. This is a wit beer with passion fruit, and I was really kind of curious to see how this one would play. It is absolutely fantastic. It is probably one of the better low ABV fruity chuggers. I don't even call it a wit beer. It's almost like a super juicy, super fruit forward, kind of pale hazy made with wheat. If Treehouse put this in a package and said it was a 4.5% hazy pale ale with fruit added, then this would sell out in seconds. But since it's a brewery nobody knows about in Chicago, no one buys it. So yeah. Anyway, it is absolutely fantastic. But yeah. I forgot my train of thought, so let's go back to comments. We have Josh saying had the same thing happen here in the second lockdown. Funny thing is, being that they announced that they weren't going to close when the first lockdown was announced, but got quick pushback on that. And that's the thing, really. If you really look at the kind of righteous, I'm not going to close during lockdown, they're just hurting themselves, because you're really just going to be shut down, as opposed to, like, let's say a brewery. And that's what we're talking about here, talking about breweries. Let's say the brewery says, okay, we're not going to close. And when I say they're not going to close, and I want to make this perfectly clear, is that, what's the bad news, Josh? Let me know. What was I going to say? The thing is, and want to make this clear, is that in Pennsylvania, they restricted the dining. That's all they did, is that they could still make beer, they could still sell beer, they could do takeaway, they could do distro, they could do a lot of stuff. You just can't go to the brewery and drink a beer or eat food. You know what I mean? It's not like they can't keep making beer, so they can keep making beer. So what happens is these breweries say, they want to be all rough and tough and wear the "don't tread on me" kind of flag and space doctor, assault rifle while fucking joining Parlor. They fucking they think they're being the toughest of tough guys and the most fucking fragile patriots in the history of mankind. Is that what they do? Is instead of just shuttering in-house service, continue to pump out beer, keep your head down, do what's right, do what needs to be done as a whole, as a community. The whole business gets shut down. So all the workers, the brewers, the staff, the assistants, everybody that works in a brewery now loses a fucking job, and the brewery can't make beer anymore. So it's like, you're literally cutting your nose off to spite your face at that point. And it's really, really, really sad. It's really sad. And it's honestly, it's sad, but at the same time, it's also, those fuckers deserve to be found out. So, good on you for showing your true colors. So now we know not to patronize and whatnot. And you make your own bed, you lie in it, you fucking deal with it. So, when they're bitching and moaning and complaining about how they're dying, well, you put forth that plan yourself, because then you have other breweries and it was a great one, New Glarus. I'll read the New Glarus post that actually was produced today. Let's see if I can find it. New Glarus, for those that don't know, is a brewery out in Wisconsin. They're known for their Spotted Cow. That's probably their biggest thing. Actually, let me see if I can bring it up here on here. It'd probably be a little bit better if I could do it on here. Let's see if I can find New Glarus on the old Facebook. So New Glarus, great brewery. They make so many fantastic beers. They put out today this statement, or yesterday technically. Let's see if we can go full page on this. Oh, we don't want to do that. Let's see. How do I do this? I'm so bad at the internet. I figured the guy using. Okay. And let's share a screen here. Okay, so this is what they said. For those that don't know, it says the brewery is closed to the public. Everybody is busy making beer and staying safe, like yours. Our world has changed radically. Throughout this year, all 120 team members have remained fully paid, including paid health insurance. We invested over $1 million for COVID-related related time at home, and have not applied for nor taken any government assistance. We are truly grateful for your support of Wisconsin businesses. Your actions help us all return to normal. Please mask up. All public areas, gift shop, beer depot, courtyard, garden, and tours are closed until summer 2021. Yeah, I mean, New Glarus is a bigger brewery. but they're not the biggest brewery you've ever heard of. In their, how many barrels does New Glarus produce? They're only Wisconsin only. So you have to understand, and people be like, well, they could do that because they have a gajillion dollars because they're just a huge, gigantic brewery. They only sell beer in Wisconsin. One state. You know what I mean? They're not some of these breweries that are doing multi-state distribution, all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. New Glarus. Let's see where they rank in the top breweries in the United States. Let's go like that. So Brewers Association. See how they rank up there as far as top craft breweries. Top craft breweries, US. Okay. So let's see. Top 50 by sales in the United States. Okay. So New Glarus is coming in at 16th. You can see them right here. Matt Brewing Company, which is from Utica, which is basically, they do a lot of contracting and stuff like that, but there are Ithaca Brewing Company. Harpoon, Alaskan is below them, Great Lakes, Abita, Cedar Point, and Odell. You're talking about, below them. Above them, you would find Minhas Brewing. I don't know who they are. I'm sure they're just some kind of contract brewery. Sweetwater Brewing out of Atlanta, Dogfish, Brooklyn Brewery, Artisanal Ventures, which is kind of a conglomerate, Deschutes, Stone, Anarchy. So you start to get some of the bigger craft breweries, but they're not huge. You go down this, you scroll down here, you see your Trogs of the world, your Ryan Guys, Shipyards, Allagash, Long Trail. These aren't small breweries, but they're big breweries. But you also talk about they, invested, like they said, they invested somewhere upwards of $1 million to help keep their employees employed and have health insurance. So you scale that back. You know what I mean? You talk about a brewery that doesn't have 120 employees. If you go to the bottom of this list, you talk to the Left Hand Brewing Company, they're pretty big. But even if you go down smaller than that, if you go to the even smaller breweries, they're not going to have 120 employees. So you put in half what they put in or something equivalent of that. It's one of those things where, if they can do it, anybody else can do it. If you're running a sound and proper business, if you're not running a sound and proper business, or you're not actually, have a firm business plan in place where you're not actually just using it as a cash cow to produce money for yourself so you can live an opulent lifestyle. I'm sorry. You can do it. You can do it. If you're a good person, a good brewery doing good things the right way, as New Glarus has showed, because they're not the biggest brewery in the world. They only distribute in Wisconsin. They can do it. If they can do it, the other breweries can do it. So sit there and bitch and moan about your patriotism and your rights being infringed upon. How about you fucking man up, do the American thing, do the patriotic thing, and wear a motherfucking mask. And don't be a hot piece of shit and do what needs to be done. Alex, the Beer Master says, tell your truth, Matt. I would like one day to do a live stream beer review with you on one day your channel. I think that would be awesome. We'll see, man. We'll work towards that. Like I said, half the time, we really haven't talked in person, so we'll go from there. Josh is talking about bad news on Five Rabbit. He says, correct there. Announced that they weren't closing indoor service and tried to play it off as personal business decision, or rather a difference of opinion. Ooh, that sucks, man. That's kind of a bummer. Now, you say they also saw Five Rabbit equipment on auction. Yeah, maybe they're at their last leg. So I dig the beers. I haven't had anything from them before. That is kind of a bummer. So it is what it is, So, that is a bummer, man. I kind of hate that now. And I got to try the rest of this and go to a different beer. That's life. Yeah. It makes me so sad because it really is about money. And there's a lot of breweries that have been doing this, last ditch effort to kind of stay open is really all it is money. And I understand it's money to feed your family, but I don't want to be overly dramatic or have somebody else be overly dramatic. If your business goes under, you're not going to starve to death. I mean, rarely are people going to starve to death. You're not going to die either. Your 401k is going to go away and you're going to lose money. That sucks. I'm not saying that's bad, a minor thing, but you're not going to die. So it is what it is. Speaking of people who want to die, what's going on, brother?
Not much.
Can't hear you.
No? Not at all?
Nope.
It said it was working. Audio. Hello?
I should sit in silence till we can hear Keith and make it really awkward. That would be fun.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, Keith. They can hear you. I can't hear you, brother.
Oh.
So that's me. That's my bad, I guess. So it must be on my end. Let's see if I can actually get this going then. Get this cooking. I don't know why I wouldn't hear you. Let me see.
I don't know either.
Hold on 1 second here.
Not that you can hear me.
It's going to be a little bit, but anyway. So, Keith, I can't see you, but I can definitely read your lips, which is pretty fantastic. What are you up to? We're actually going to. I have about 92 seconds till I can hear you. What are you up to, man? How's life?
Fine. I got my. I have my massive beer reviews official.
Hold the can up so I can see what you're drinking because I still can't hear you yet. Oh, man skirt better than pants. Yeah, that doesn't suck.
But my my official.
Now, I started to cut you off because I just have to say it, dude. Like, did you drive with that glass on top of your car outside of your vehicle and let it get dirty that way, or did you just not wash it for 19 years?
I just washed it today, actually. I know you can't hear. I know you can't hear me, so.
And apparently, I'm drinking a brewery I didn't know about. I'm drinking a brewery that was one of the breweries that is refusing to close down during shutdown. So, I'm promoting breweries that do bad things. These out of Chicago.
Oh.
You'd like this brewery though, because all they make is like they don't always make, but all their stuff's like it's passion fruit with beer. They made some weird like South American spiced Marzen and shit like that. They make all this stuff that you would absolutely adore. Oh, come on. Almost on 20 seconds till I can hear you. So, what do you got going on there? Some kind of is that music based Christmas sweater going on there with Mojo Jojo? What's that?
Powerpuff Girls. Oh, you still can't hear me.
What is it again? I can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me? It's Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Katie got it for me.
Nice. Is she around tonight? Is she working?
No, she's around. She.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah. He says, "Hey." She just got off work like a few hours ago, so she's just hanging out, relaxing.
Nice. Did you what'd you do today? Just chill?
Yeah. Did dishes. Cleaned up a little bit.
Nice.
That's it. Yeah, not much. Do you like my glass?
Yeah. I should have brought mine. I have the exact same glass. I should have brought it out. We could have been twinsies. Mine's kind of close. It just doesn't have that outward lip that yours has right now. So, yeah.
It's the only glass I'm going to use from now on.
You know what you don't like about them, though? Too small.
Oh, yeah.
This, did you get any of these from Kyle?
No. He kept telling me that he wanted me to like get you to share them with me. But yeah. And then like the day after he said that to me, like you posted like 3 videos of like all of them. I was like, oh, I guess Matt's drinking those. Well, whatever.
No, I only posted 1 so far. This is the second one I'm opening out of 3.
Well, he was talking about the stouts too.
Oh, the stouts. Yeah. Yeah, we should have drank them together, but I got COVID, and I don't know if you want to hang out, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You didn't want them anyway, dude.
No.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not bad. Like, let's put it this way: if you're like, I want sweet alcoholic water that tastes like candy, really, if that's what you want, then you'll really, really like them.
Yeah.
If you want a coffee stout or a barrel-aged stout, you're just not. That's not what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like it was 4 beers. It was 4 different stouts, 2 barrel-aged, 2 non-barrel aged, that all kind of showed the only difference between the four, except for the barrel aging on the two, was a coffee variant across the board. And none of them were coffee beers. Like, none of them taste like coffee beers, really, at all. Like, so it was like, why would, like, if that's the shtick, you know what I mean? That you're going to be like, oh, I'm giving you these four crazy coffee beers. And you just give me sugar water. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't barely any coffee registering. It's like, why did you even do this? It tasted like they made it as fast as they could. They're like, I throw it in a barrel, just not even throw it. Fuck it, don't randle it through a barrel real quick.
Oh, they were barrel aged.
2 were barrel aged, 2 weren't. So all the beers were 13% imperial stouts with milk sugar and vanilla. Okay, all 4 of them had coffee, a different variant of coffee, and then 2 had barrel aging. Oh. So it was the base beer across the board. 2 were barrel aged, but they all had coffee, but each coffee variant was different. So, and it was each coffee was from a different company also. It wasn't just the same coffee company. But they were good.
Were they like, did they basically all taste the same, or?
Oh yeah. They're really, 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 really sweet. And they tasted like vanilla and lactose. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say they sucked. Right. You know what I mean? I'm sure, but for me, it's like, I want you say, hey, here's 4 coffee variant beers, and 2 of them are barrel aged, and I'm like, okay, the 2 things that are different are the coffee and the barrel aging. So those, in my brain, should be the things that differentiate them from each other. But no, like, they were basically, it was sweet. It was like sweet vanilla, lactose, and then distantly a little bit of coffee, kind of in the background. Like Dance Wars is coffee, 5% beer with no coffee in it was 90 times more coffee in it. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's a 5% beer, so it's easier to hash out those kind of flavors. But it's
actually no. That's no, because that's the mild. That thing's like 3.7 or something,
or whatever. You know what I mean? Low ABV beer. It's easier to hash out those flavors. Yeah, because it's a low ABV beer, so it's harder at a high ABV beer. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, these I more often than not, I do side by sides. And like I did with the other halves, and I don't hate doing them. I like doing them, but sometimes I like, for these instance, the 2 that I've done of these from Grimm, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do them as individuals. I'm not gonna do them side by side, because that way they can get their own video. Yeah. I'm so pissed that I didn't do them as side by sides. This might be, if the third one drinks what I think it's gonna drink, like it might be the best 3-bottle vertical I've ever had, as far as like if they planned it. Right. Like, you're like, it was basically like, this is dessert. It's not sweet, but this is a dessert beer. The other one I had, Riesling one, was like the entree, like a savory beer. And then the other one, if it's a little bit tart, a little bit acidic, then it's gonna be like your salad at the beginning. Is literally would be the best vertical, like its own self. Like, drink this one, this one, this one. You'll have the best night ever. You know? Yeah.
Are they similar beers, or?
So they're all high 6. I think they're all high 6, low 7 spontaneous or fermented ales. But each one varies from grape to grape. So there's a Riesling grape, there's a Merlot grape, and a Chardonnay grape. But when you throw in spontaneously fermented, when you throw in the grapes, then they're always going to be a little bit different, because you don't know what you're going to get. Even if you spontaneously ferment the beer the same way, you know what I mean? You don't know where you're going to get. You know what I mean? Right. And then once you throw them into different barrels, you don't know what's inside of the barrels outside of the grapes. You know what I mean? As far as, bacteria and yeast and all those kind of things that naturally occur in those kind of places. So you just don't know. So like the other one had no acidity or tartness whatsoever. This one has a subtle little kind of tart thing going on, but nothing too big. So I don't know if that's coming strictly from the grape. It could.
It wasn't tart at all?
No, the Riesling was like drinking, like, it was crazy. It was almost like it was like an ale yeast, not like a spontaneous yeast using it. But that's the spontaneous beer. That's, it's, you're Coke's the beer the way you want it to go, and it goes the way it wants to go. You don't control it. So, yeah. Is this a cat you hate?
Yeah. She's a terror.
Yeah, which means you love her.
Yeah, she's cute sometimes. So how about you? What have you been up to?
Got the COVID, so I did do beer stuff for a couple weeks. Did some beer stuff last weekend, then took the week off, and then I did some beer stuff last night. We had a little bit of a scare today. Lisa, I had to take Lisa to the hospital for the baby because she was feeling pain and stuff like that. But it wasn't baby related. It just she'd been overdoing it with working and stuff like that, and they think she pulled a muscle or whatever. So that was good.
Oh.
Yeah. And then that's it. And then I work. I work this week. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I work from home. Go in Thursday. I work from home Friday, and I'm off to January 5th. So I am free as the wind blows, and just kind of hanging out here, not doing much. I'm past COVID, like I'm totally fine. I can go wherever I want, do whatever I want. But I mean, I didn't go anywhere anyway. I'm still wearing my mask. I'm still doing everything that everybody else is supposed to be fucking doing because I'm a logical, normal fucking human being with a soul and a fucking brain. But yeah, I'm gonna chug some beers, man, and just hang out.
So you got it from work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did whoever gave it to you at work, like did anything happen with that, or does that person not even know or care or anything?
No, that person. I mean, obviously, there's no way for me to know who exactly I got it from. You know what I mean? But it went around for a couple people at my work. I'm assuming it was the one person that I sit the closest to. That's just what I'm assuming. Right. And they ended up in hospital and had to get like antibiotic treatments and they ended up getting that Remdesivir and like a bunch of other stuff, and they were on oxygen and all that kind of stuff. But they're fine now. You know what I mean? Like they're like they're good. Yeah. But he also has a severe. He's old. He's about 10 years older than me, about 15 years older than me, and he has two different previous versions of cancer and heart, and he had a heart valve replacement last year, so he's up there as far as pre-existing conditions and stuff like that. So yeah, so it is what it is. But everybody who did get it, and like another person at my work actually got it, and but they were one of the asymptomatic people. Like they got tested just to get tested, and they came back with it, but they were fine the whole time. Like they're like nothing ever happened to them. You know what I mean? They never felt anything. And that was it. One other person there got it, but he was like two other people got it, and one person runs triathlons, the other one's like his young kids, so they kind of just they had it easy, but I had it easy, dude. Like I'm older, I'm not the healthiest guy in the world, but I had it really easy too. So it's and that's the thing, like. When I talk to people about it, the thing that makes me sad, I don't want to say I'm sad because it was easy for me. I don't like to tell the people who.
Hey Matt.
Yeah.
Can you hold on 1 second?
No, actually I can't. No, I can't do it. Go ahead. But yeah, the one.
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
The cat was doing something, but she stopped. So.
Okay. But the weird one thing that sucks is talking to a non-believer, to a conspiracy theorist person. When you tell them that it was easy and not difficult, they're like, see, it's just like the fucking flu, and they're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like right, with Pennsylvania. I mean, you've probably seen it. Pennsylvania's shutting down, so everybody's like, fucking Nazi regime over there, and
New York City's shutting down on Monday too.
Yeah, good. They should.
Yeah, everybody should really. But
yeah. Yep. What do you got planned going over the next couple weeks?
Not a whole lot. I think there's some work going on, but I don't know. And then I'm trying to not do things for Christmas because I don't want to be around people. But I don't know. So I don't know.
We don't have to be around people for Christmas.
No, I know. No, but my parents are like, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea, but you know.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's just getting to the point where it's just like, I don't know. You can't fucking you can't, dude. You can't deal with these people half the time. So here's what it is. Let's go through comments real quick. Kyle, no hype, says they can hear you. So Peter says hello. He doesn't say he can hear you. But Brew GD says, hey, we can hear him. We can hear him. We can hear him. So I was an asshole. Sorry, misunderstood. You responded to separate comments. Five Rabbit, as far as I know, did not disobey restrictions. Oh, okay. Okay. So they're good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, good. Now I don't feel like an asshole because they were really nice. He's a really nice dude. So I was like, that's great. Great tacos, I'm told. And Five Rabbit Brewery is a, and like I was going to say to you, Keith, you would love them. I'm going to probably repost some of their beer reviews probably next week. They reached out to me actually via Hot Butcher. Like they're friends with the guys from Hot Butcher, and they're like, they told me to reach out to you and stuff like that. And they made a cream. I had a cream ale from them. This one. This is the you probably can't see it. Is the it's the Chula Tapango. It's the anti-Trump one, Chingatapulo, which is means fuck your hair. Oh, sorry, I removed you from the stream real quick. But that means that is they had a beer before Trump ran for office. They actually made a beer that was available in Trump Towers, and they're a brewery that like their owners from like South America. And Trump's like, yeah, Mexicans are rapists and fucking murderers. And he's like, you can go fuck yourself. So what they did was they took this beer, removed it from Trump Towers, and renamed it Fuck Your Hair, and started canning it and sending it to people. I actually have a can. Here's a can of it right here. And it just talks about stop being assholes. Bullies aren't leaders. You know what I mean? And it's basically, and it's cool. So they took, they took a negative and turned it into a positive, but a lot of their beers have this kind of, kind of like ingredients. So, like the Marzen I had like some weird kind of spice in it with they instead of Belgian candied sugar, they like did this. I guess this is South American like caramelized milk thing that they use. So it's like lactose, but they turned it into caramel, and it was really good. It was really, really good. So some of the beers were really fun. So yeah, you would dig that stuff. But that was a cool brewery. That's the guy was talking about. Joe from the Beer Patrol with a little what's up, a little heart. I talked to Joe the other day. We had a little conversation, so it was good to see him. Joe is one of the best guys who does beer reviews in the whole universe. So go check him out. He does them every now and then. But he's usually he'll be back in full swing probably next year sometime. So but go check him out. He's by far and away my favorite beer tuber. Greg's like, there goes my theory that beer is protective against COVID. You know what? I probably is. That's why I had it so late. So I think I think your theory still holds water. Clinton Watts in from North Carolina. I was drinking a North Carolina beer too. Clinton. Oh, what was I drinking? A little bit of Heist Brewing, ancient feelings. This would be a West Coast style IPA that came from my boy Oak Ridge, who Keith, if you remember, he was the guy who was like staying in the hotel, was close to the place that made all the like lagers and Marzens that won during the live stream. Remember when we were doing a live stream of the awards, GABF awards, and then this place won all these, like it was like
yeah.
And he's like, I'm like 5 miles away from that place. I'm like, go get it. That's that guy. Gave it to me. And what says not Asbury Park. I don't know. He's referring to his greens from North Carolina, not Asbury Park. Oh, because I think he's from Asbury Park, but he's down North Carolina maybe or some shit like that. So yeah, there you go. So we're going to hang out here, chat, and have all kinds of fun for another, I would assume, another half an hour or so. Then we'll go over to the Nerdsense guys channel and shit show that place up pretty good. So, yeah. What are you drinking tonight? Do you have any kind of Christmassy beers, or are you just...
No. Just trying to drink all like the extras because I have so much beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
I grabbed one of these today. We'll be home at 2018. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Christmas beer for me. So
yeah, I'm planning on getting some. I just didn't get any for tonight.
yeah, I haven't seen two. Have you seen older than 2018 on the shelf around here, just randomly sitting? Because
those ones.
Yeah,
I think
I see 19s all the time.
I think I didn't really see it recently, but I think the last time like I saw one, it was like they had like I think they had a 2019, but they also had I think it was 2016 was the one that they had. Yeah,
because I know that the Bourbon Streets carry them, but I never found them really old at there. Where did you see the?
I think it might have been at Shangy's.
Okay, Shangy's makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was at Shangy's.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of bummer about the other half. I know what they're getting at doing just Southern Jersey because they're like people live in North Jersey come to us anyway. So why even fucking bother? But yeah, that buy rate's not that far away, especially if you're going to Conclave. It's an extra 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
But it looks like from what they posted, it was going to be just like a.
Wait, is that the one on the? That's the one on the circle.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but it sounds like from what other half was kind of saying, it's like a one-time drop. No. But isn't that how you read it? Kind of like it was like, we're gonna do some South Jersey shit. Like I don't know if they're gonna do it on a regular. I would assume they would do. I would assume they'd do it on a regular. Why would you go through all the effort of being able to sell your beer in Jersey to only do it once? You know?
Yeah, I didn't really read. Where is it?
I like that buy rate, man, because it's creepy and dingy and dark in there. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just says very limited drop coming. So I don't know if they just meant there is
a certain amount of cans, yeah.
Yeah. Or they could be implying that it's like a one time or like not gonna happen all the time kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk about your channel. What do you got? What do you have coming up?
I have to. What was the one I posted today? I don't even remember. Today I posted. Four City Brewing, their brick church. It's a dark wheat ale.
How was it?
It's good. I wish it wasn't 7.5%, but it was super good because it didn't really taste like a wheat ale. It tasted like it had this like dark fruit thing going on, and it was like super cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then I have a couple other half beers that I'm gonna upload, and then actually one beer that you gave me, that Captain Lawrence, that jam juice, I think it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I drank that.
You reviewed it?
Yeah.
What did you? Spoiler. Did you like it?
Yeah. Tastes like pineapple juice. That's what it tastes like.
Nice. I'm always curious to see what hazies you like when I give them to you, because I know it's like you're rarely in the middle somewhere. You're like, this is fucking hot trash. Go kill yourself. Let me get 19 strikes on my YouTube channel, or it's like
YouTube rescinded their restriction on that, but I'm expecting it to be back tomorrow. So whatever.
They did that based off of appeal, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they won't tell you why. They just say yes.
It doesn't say why. It just says we reviewed it and we think it goes against our policy. So please review it yourself and see if you can change something or whatever. And I'm like, I don't like for this last one, because there's no reason for them to put an age restriction on that one, because it's not different than any of the other videos I've posted. I wrote in the appeal, I was like, there's no reason for you to age restrict this. I don't understand. That's all I said. And then today I got an email saying they lifted it, but I don't know.
Yeah. They did something like
something like that. I don't know.
Must be the stash. I just don't like the upper lip hair.
Probably.
You should go with like just a lower, like a real thin thing, like from like the boy band years, like real thin band, and then just like a little soul patch right here, like a beatnik fucking poet, and then you'll be done. And then I think I'll be yeah. How about this beer? Felix is talking about it. He's talking about an imperial stout infused with green coffee beans, but the beans were aged in Spanish brandy barrels. Well, you shouldn't taunt us like that, you motherfucker. That's shit I want. Montreal Imperial Stout, green coffee, Spanish brandy barrel beer. That's
actually, I have it's not an Imperial Stout, obviously, but I have a beer like that from Muckraker. I think it has like coffee beans that were aged in like brandy barrels or something.
Did you have? I got when I was up there last time. I think the last time I went up there was the day. I think I went up there the day before you went up there, right? Was that the last time I was there? You kind of
it was like you went up either the day before or like 2 days before because I wasn't planning on going. I just happened to be driving by it, and I was like, I'll step in.
And I ended up reviewing. I didn't have it while I was there. I ended up reviewing one of their In Wildness beers, and it was hot garbage.
Was that the
really bad? I got to look at see which one it is. I don't know what it was, but I was like, "This is bad."
Was that the session? Was that the session?
Yeah, yeah. I did not like that at all.
It was from what I remember, it was all right.
Yeah. The other one I had was fantastic, but that one was like.
Oh, I remember that because it was like 4%, but it had lactose in it, and it just tasted like marshmallows, and I was like, I don't.
Yeah, that's right. You did review it, and I reviewed it, and I didn't get a ton of marshmallow, or I did. I got to go watch a review. I just know I didn't like it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I was like, it's weird. It's not bad, but it's not. I don't know. I don't remember what I said. Maybe I liked it at the time.
What's what do you have? What do you have to drink? What's it like? An exciting beer you have in your repertoire that you're excited to drink, or you just nothing excites you anymore?
What as far as like reviews, or just general?
In general, man.
I still have a couple beers that Sean sent me back in like September.
Oh Jesus! Is one of the? Did you drink that Trillium yet?
No. They're all Trilliums.
Okay.
One is PM Dawn. It's like the coconut one, I think. A can of that, and then the one with like all the like nuts and bananas. Yeah. And then I have the Saison du Roi one.
So they're all beers that don't have to be drank immediately. So
yeah. Actually, there might be one other one. What was the other one that I was going to drink with you? Was that a Sean beer? I forget.
I don't know. You tell me.
I remember there were 2 beers. I don't know. They've just been in the fridge for so long that I have no idea. Yeah.
You tell me, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're drinking, motherfucker. So, Kenny Lar is chiming in saying, "Hey, what's going on, people? You know this person, Keith."
Do I?
Yes, you do. We met Kenny at the fucking Shelton Festival and got rip shit drunk and went to the burger place with him.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, neither do I, but I do.
Oh wait, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah, because that was the night where we went everywhere and there weren't any seats, but you you somehow got a beer at every place we stopped. And like we're all just standing around like, oh, we can't drink here. And then you walk up with a beer. It's just like, all right.
Like, hey guys. Like, okay, we can leave. Let me finish this first. Bang. Let's go to the next one. Then we go. Kenny's like, you remember? I fucking remember. We did remember this. Actually, he's the one that did the shotgun, the other half beer at the fucking first place we went to. Remember they're selling other half on the outside.
Yeah.
On the fucking sidewalk, and we did a quick shotgun of like a fucking
that was
blueberry boysenberry, like smoothie fucking crazy beer. Yeah, that's Kenny.
I remember that. Yes.
And I have an awesome picture because I forget who took it. Someone took a picture of me and Kenny, and I have my arm around him. I'm like kiss him on the head or something like that from behind, like from like way behind, like someone was walking behind us. So it was a great picture. Yeah. Oh geez, that was great. Shelton Festival was a good fucking time, dude. Yeah. My liver. Fuck my liver. Oh, and we have Clinton Watts chiming in saying he's North Carolina, but he's associated thing with Jersey. So, he said he's going to drink 2013, or he might drink a 2013. There you go. Fucking Ankler Schleckler. Fucking Hella Slager beer. He's drinking a 2013 Foothills Sexual Chocolate. That beer's really good. Man, I want one of those right now, Keith.
What? Sexual chocolate or one
of
these?
What you're drinking?
Oh, this is my last one. I was like, I'm gonna drink it because I can just go get more because that's how it is.
I have something you'll want.
This is so fucking good, man. I don't know if this is just like, oh, what's that? Oh, I'll take some of that. Crisp golden lager with a hint of tropical saison aroma. Belgian-inspired take on a classic refreshment.
I'll one up you.
Yeah.
Now the Ankler Schleckler, where'd you get that?
I think I got it at Shangy's.
What were you doing out in Shangy's?
I had to go out to PA for something. And then I was just like, oh, Shangy's isn't too far out of the way, so I'll just go. And then, I forget. I think I had to go out there, and then I think I stopped at Shangy's and Bomb Place on my way back. And
that was Bon.
Bon's good. They went to go to. They moved to go only like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
Before like anybody was like, they were like, we're doing it because we need to, because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So
because they're good people.
Yeah.
As opposed to other people.
Yeah.
I'm going on a hot tirade, fucking calling everybody out on Instagram. Fuck these guys, fuck those guys, fuck you, and then I'm like, you're cool.
Yeah. How do we get jobs at New Glarus? That's what I want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? And the saddest part is that New Glarus, like that, like, and I talked about this before you came on the air, is that like people, the first thing people will say about that is that they're New Glarus, they're a huge brewery. Be like, one, they're not. They only sell beers in Wisconsin. Done. They don't sell beers outside of fucking Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Oh, is that why everybody like goes crazy over there?
No, everybody goes crazy because the beers are really good. They just happen to say we don't want to. They're the company that doesn't. They're the company that doesn't go. We need to grow 5% every fucking year, and if we don't do that, then we lose. They're just like, yeah, we'll fucking make beers in Wisconsin and fuck everybody else, and we'll just have a great time, and then we'll grow to the size we should be. And we will exist and expand internally to be great. You know what I mean? Like, and not worry about going into distribution and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And but they're like, they have 102 employees, which is a decent amount of employees. They're not a small brewery, but they're not a big brewery. But it's like, and that's the thing. They're like, and they said they put aside $1 million plus, so they're this year, so their employees could not only stay home but also still have health insurance. And I'm like,
yeah.
So it's not like it's not like a brewery down the road has to put down $1 million plus. But if you have 10 employees, put the 100,000 away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It scales. It scales the same.
Right.
You know what I mean. So it's not like you can't do it. And if you can't fucking do that, then you're just not. Then two things: either someone's stealing money from you, or you're just using your brewery as a cash cow to facilitate some kind of lifestyle that you're grown accustomed to. You know, that's it.
Or you're just not that great.
No, you're not good.
And you just it was only a matter of time anyway before you were going to close. Because,
dude, this is fucking awesome. I'll save a can for you. I have a couple beers for you, so I'll make sure I cough and lick them real quick before I give them to you.
Did you get that locally?
I got this at Parsippany Hills Wegmans. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right off 287.
Yeah, I had to go out that way. Actually, what was it? Wednesday, I had to go out there for work. I had to go to right down that area. So it's like, fuck it, I'll pop into Wegmans. So I popped in there, grabbed a couple of beers, grabbed all the Christmassy stuff, like chuggers, just Daisy Cutter. I finally found decently fresh Daisy Cutter from fucking what the fuck's their name?
Half Acre, and got my Coors and Donk fucking. I got my not Coors and Donk, Celebrator, my little fucking yak on it. So gotta do all the Christmassy stuff. Actually, that's funny because I think at that Wegmans, I found it was
This is so good, dude. It was funny.
It was the Zigmeister beer. It was their forget what it is. It's the one with Dark Sovereign, I think it is. Yeah. But it was like
the OG batch.
Yeah.
I think they still have it there, dude. They had a whole fucking shelf of Zigmeister stuff there, and most of it was their bottled line. So. Yeah, that OG Dark Sovereign. I'm not sure how it's aged, but when I originally had it, holy titties, was that thing fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I forget when I drank it. It was either the beginning of this year or the end of last year, or roughly a year ago.
Did you like it?
I remember liking it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so what's it? COVID. So, oh man, the funny part is I have the super lightest cough in the history of mankind from COVID, but I got stuffy. That's the worst part of it. I just got a nasal congestion, and now it's almost gone. But since it's gone, it's actually draining. So I have this post nasal drip thing that gives me this weird little cough. But what's Santa bringing you for Christmas?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, good talk.
I think, I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm buying myself yet. So,
okay.
There's a couple things I'm thinking about, but I don't have any money. So, well, I have money, just not as much money as I would like to spend on certain things.
Look at that lacing, dude. That's sex on a fucking glass right there.
So is it super farmhouse or is it just
no, dude? Oh. You know what's actually? How do I say this? So it says Belgian inspired. It definitely tastes more like it's like if a farmhouse ale had a baby with a Belgian golden ale. So it's sweet, but not even close to being overly sweet.
Right.
It has this kind of has this kind of like green apple cider characteristic to it. It doesn't taste like green apple cider, but there's something about it that makes me think of green apple cider, and I don't like green apple cider, but I like this. I don't know if that makes any sense. But they said there's a hit of tropical saison. There's some kind of fruit in here that's really just turning me on. It says it's sweet, but dry, and just I don't know. It's just good. Like with extra O's. It's just delicious. Yeah, I saw it and it's actually old. Ish. I mean, it's like it's like 3.5 months old, which I mean, honestly, for a saison doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I was like, and for first, I'm like, because you're in Wegmans, I'm like, how old is this? How old is this? How old is this? And I'm like, 3.5 months old. I'm like, wait a minute, it's it's fucking Allagash saison. I'm like, I'm fucking buying this fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's probably better now than it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's like their tiny house. Is that what?
Yeah.
Tiny? That like 3% thing.
Yeah.
I got it at the Byram ShopRite, and it was like 6 months old. And it's like the greatest beer ever. It's like just sitting warm on a shelf, and it's just
nice. The what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, when did you go to the Byram ShopRite?
Oh, I haven't been there recently.
Okay.
I was just saying when I got it, which was like a while ago. Yeah, when?
No, I didn't think you ever went to the Byram ShopRite. I thought we were talking about it not too long ago, and you're like, I never went there before. So that's fine.
No, I think we were talking about the place on 31 that moved across the street.
Okay.
I haven't been there since they moved.
I gotcha.
I think.
So, how often do you go to that whiskey wine country across the street now from you?
Oh, it's literally a 4-minute walk from here.
That's what I'm saying. You go there like every day?
No, actually, I don't.
Yeah. They get some fun stuff every now and then.
They do. I've just been trying to buy from if I buy I'll go to Bomb Place. I'll go to Manskirt. I go directly to the breweries these days. Try to help them out, but I do go in there every once in a while. Well, actually, I try not to go in there because I know I'm gonna spend money, and I'm just like, I don't need more beer.
But you do.
Yeah.
They have some old, random gems floating around in there. And if you look around there, a Bolero Snort from 4 years ago that's bourbon barrel aged. Or it's like, hey, JW Lee's from 2001. Oh, how about that? You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's nice.
The last time I was in there, they had something like that.
They have old breweries. They have the old, they have 2016 brewery anniversary, I think, is the oldest one they have. Maybe
it was one of those, and it was like a 2000 and whatever.
They carry a bunch of Muckraker. They have a bunch of old, weird, odd Belgian shit in there. What the fuck? I forget the name of the brewery. You can tell they had a big Belgian selection before they got into hipster craft.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a bunch of old money kind of Belgian darks and Belgian sours and all that kind of stuff that's just dusty randomly in the corner, And then they actually have a bunch of really good obscure shit, that. It's okay. I think they have some Southampton stuff, which you see nowhere. They have that Ale Apothecary, which is way too expensive, but their beers are really good. Their beers are really good, but it's hey, you want a $7.50 of a saison, 5% saison? Give us $44, and it's no, you can go fuck yourself. Shit like that.
It's $12 at the brewery.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is.
No,
honestly, I think they're just they're doing a we'll price it super high to elevate our profile kind of thing. But yeah, that's like my sneaky if I'm like hankering for something old. I'm like, okay, let me go hit that place off. That or whatchamacallit, Stockertown Beverage is a good one. Have you been to that one yet?
I've been a couple times, not recently, but
The Stockertown one or the Bethlehem one?
Stockertown.
Yeah, they're good for like a rando super age. Like they have a bunch of DCL in there. Last time I was there, I went there about a month ago, right when Shelton Brothers announced they were closing.
Mm-hmm.
They had a case of like 2011 like DCL Belgian quad. I was like, I need to buy it all. I'm like, I need it all in my mouth right now. And I'm like, I don't want to spend 100 and whatever on a case of beer, but I really want to buy this so bad. And they had like 4 or 5 different cases of old stuff. And I'm like, can I get can you just break these out and I can do like a mix of 4? And he's like, nah. I'm like, come on, motherfucker. I'm like, the one case has like one missing already. You can't sell the fucking whole case. He's like, ah. I was like, okay. I'm like, I'll come back and push you harder next time.
Yeah. I don't know. I know you said that place in Washington is good. That beer and cigar store thing. It's like right down the street from the Quick Check. I don't know if you've been there recently, but I remember.
Store. How about a Quick Check?
In Washington on 57. You were telling me.
Oh yeah. Wait. Like if you're going 57 is what that's Tractor Supply is on?
It's
like if you take 31 and 31 south, you're heading towards Conclave, but you make the right when you get to the intersection of Washington. You go down for a bit, and once you leave town, it's on the right hand side.
Yeah,
they have random weird old shit there.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't been there yet though. So,
and then that other place that right when you get into Washington before you get to the intersection, it's on the left.
Oh yeah, I haven't stopped there either.
I can tell you right now, they have like 2016 Bigfoot 4-packs for like $8, and like they have crazy shit. And that's the other thing about Kenny. He actually works at Premier Gourmet in New York, and they got tons of crazy old beer up there. That's where he works, and I found some super gems at that place. We didn't stop there. We should have totally fucking stopped there on our way back. So once COVID once we get past this bullshit, then yeah, we'll fucking go. We're gonna go we gotta go buck wild. Like I mean, I'm sure he's asked you, like Kyle for Brooklyn, like you need to come get drunk and fucking grim. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yeah, dude, it's gonna fucking happen. I want to do it right now, but I can't. I'm like, I'm sorry. What did he write me today? He told me that I need to get. He's sending you some. What is it? 3's Dark Mild or something like that. And he's like Keith needs to give you a can of each.
Yeah. So So in within the last few days, 3's released a dark Czech lager that is oak aged.
Mm-hmm.
Folks Beer released their English Dark Mild. And then he said he was at Grimm today, and they just released a Schwarzbier, I believe. So and I'm just like, low ABV dark beers are like my thing. And like, I was like, dark milds are kind of like the staple of like low ABV dark beers. So like, those are like kind of my faves.
Yeah, I gotta post that Folks Beer because Kenny was talking about that Folks Beer OSB. What was the Folks Beer you gave me? You just posted a review on it. Is there a pale ale?
Oh, the Sif or whatever it's called.
That was so fucking good, dude. Did you like it? I saw you post a review. I didn't watch it because I didn't do the review yet, but
yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, so fucking good. So that's what I mean. Like he's like, come out here and drink Grimm. I'm like, Well, let's get shitty at Grim and then just finish up getting shittier at fucking Folksbeer. And then we'll walk my other half and just chug a fucking quadruple hazy just to fucking put us out for the night. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, now New York is closing now, so
well, when I say go drink in Brooklyn, I'm talking
post
best case scenario, late summer 2021.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I'm not like, let's go next month. I mean, like, no,
we got to go this weekend before they close.
No, I'm like, hopefully, maybe in a year from now, we can go hang out. Now, Greg Lehman actually asked the question, says, did anybody have an English bitter that is nationally available, or at least here in Indiana? Honestly, you would have to go European. Like, you'd have to go traditional English bitter, ESB. Yeah. Like, you'd have to go, like, probably like Sam Smith's or some bullshit like that, because I don't know who's in Indiana. Let me look this shit up real quick, because I might be telling lies here right now.
Wait, isn't like Three Floyds in Indiana? Do they do? Do they do an English bitter? They must.
Nah. I'm thinking of a brewery. I think there's a brewery. Three Floyds. Let's see. View all. What do we got here? Okay. 450 North. You can get a slushy bitter. Okay. No. Daredevil Brewing has to have a fucking a good English bitter. There's no way they don't. I can't tell you which one it actually is. And Kenny actually chimes in with good there. He's like Fuller's English. Try Fuller's ESB always works. Daredevil Brewing makes a bunch of really good beers, but they make a bunch of really great traditional beers. Let's see if they actually they are close to where are they located. They're in Indianapolis. Let's see. ESB. I know they make an ESB. I probably fucking reviewed it. They used to send me beer a while ago.
I feel like I remember seeing that too. For some reason, Daredevil and ESB make some sort of connection in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, but they have to have Daredevil. Has to have them. Let's see who else. I can find some other places that you can fall back on. Let's see what else we got. I could share the screen so you can watch along with what I do. There we go. Scarlet Lane, Windmill. Yeah. I mean, honestly, let's put it this way. If you were to, and this would probably be the best thing, Greg, is if you wrote Daredevil, asking them, do they have an ESB? Or let me rephrase that. You want to drink really good locally made ESB? Do they have one? I guarantee if they didn't have it, they would tell you where to find it. Because the owner's mad cool. He's just like, he's like, hey, that's the shit he loves. Like, he's like, he's like, I love like you would send me a double dry hop this hazy pale ale that, but it would be like, okay, I have our Schwarz beer and our fucking Kolsch, and I'm sending you this and that and the other thing because that's the shit he digs. So Daredevil will be my go-to for that. So. So there you go. I like these questions. Going back in time, let's see if we can find some stuff we missed. We have Justin Rieger chiming in saying, excited to try Treehouse's Space Time Continuum, that first barrel aged beer I've gotten from them. I did the Space Time Continuum. I believe I reviewed that. I don't know if it was a regular review or a mystery beer. So I know I did that somewhere in there. I don't know if it's a coconut version of that, but I know I had that. And I mean, Treehouse Stouts are fantastic. I think Treehouse, For me, Treehouse's beers are almost like they're how do I put it? I think Treehouse is fantastic. I think they make fantastic hazies. I think they make really good low ABV, non-hazy hop beers. Like their brights, their low ABV brights are fantastic.
The Baby Bright.
Baby Bright is fucking amazing. And their stouts are really good, but I think they're almost like a what's the word I'm looking at? They're fucked by their own fame. Like you know what I mean? Like people just like to shit on them so much and like to talk about how their beers aren't good. Where I think people just want to shit on them for fun. So it's like kind of weird. I mean, that's not weird. That's how people fucking do shit. Kenny's saying, yeah, that day after that was rough. Day after we got rip shit drunk at the fucking burger joint. Because I remember we get to the burger joint just to be like, we need food or we're gonna die. And we're like, oh look, they have beer here, and we're just like, fucking fuck it, let's drink more.
I remember that because I got Trillium. I got a Trillium beer, and it was like their like sea salt goza thing, and it sounded awesome, but it was not awesome.
But and the best part about it was like we were so drunk, we're all like, let's go back to the fucking Airbnb and drink. And by the time everybody got there, everybody's like, no, we need to go to sleep. So Vanessa Kitty says hi. What's going on? She's got a picture of a gun in her profile. I don't know what that means. And Greg's like, I'll check out fucking Daredevil. So there you go. We are officially an hour and 15 minutes in this. We're at 8:30. What's going on with those Nerdsense guys?
I don't know. Nothing.
Did they even stream anything yet?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't check.
Well, I sent a message in the private chat to see if I'll be like, send us a message when you're done doing your bullshit, so we can join in.
Yeah.
I hate running this stuff. I just want to join other people's shit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how.
Oh, also, I talked to Ralph, and he's sending you beers, and he said he's throwing in a couple things for me as well. I don't know if he mentioned that to you.
Ralph, Florida Ralph?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he talking to you? He's my boy. Ralph, why are you cheating on me? I'm kind of hurt right now, man. No, I know. He's is he sending you his beer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Ralph is such a good dude. He's gonna come up. We're going to get down there. We're gonna go. We're gonna get up there and actually hang out and have a good time, and it's gonna be really fucking good. So I'm kind of pumped because yeah. Oh, let's see. So the Nerdsense guys have been streaming for. Oh, they've only been live for the 4 minutes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 5 minutes. It looks like
they were like, we're starting at 7:30. That's
why I started this at 7. Oh no! You know what? I'm wrong. Okay, they've been going for an hour already. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm wrong. I read that wrong. My bad. Anyway.
Where was that plastic bag from yesterday? Did I do something with it?
Which one?
I had a plastic bag.
For what?
Shit.
Oh, you mean the garbage bag?
Yeah.
I think you put it in the garbage.
No. I had like a plastic bag from the food. Sorry.
Smoky Ninja whiskey is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you see, but here's the thing: he says beers for weekdays. Am I right, fellas? Is Friday the weekday? I don't know. The weekend's 2 days, right? So is Sunday a weekday? No, I don't know. What I think you should do actually is I think you should chug a beer and then snort a fucking dram of whiskey, because that's honestly how I drink whiskey, and I think it's the best way to do it. So that's just me, though. So I'm going to do a little blasphemy here. I'm going to take this absolutely delicious Allagash Saison. Oh, I thought I had more of that. God damn it. I was going to blend it with that Grim. But how about I pour this big hazy in there, too? Just do a super cuvee. So what are you doing, man? Outside of work, what you just hanging with the cats, hanging with the woman? You playing video games? You doing all kinds of fun stuff? What's going on?
No, I've been, because as you know, back in like May, June, whatever, I had to move back in with my parents because pandemic and lease was up and end of relationship and all that stuff. And so I've been there. and then we had a brief interaction a couple weeks ago, and then you were like, "Oh, I tested positive for COVID." So like I kind of just like went into the basement and quarantined for like an extra like week and a half or whatever. And so like basically that's what I've been doing. I've been just trying to stay in the basement away from everybody, because like my parents take it like they take it serious. They kind of take it seriously when they leave the house, but when it's at the house, like they're just like the other day they had someone come in to do like something with the floors or something, and like he wasn't wearing a mask and nobody was wearing a mask. So I'm just like trying to stay away from everybody. Basically been isolating myself as much as possible. And then basically I'm there and I'm here, and then I'll go do like pickup somewhere or whatever. But that's basically all I do now.
Sounds exciting, my friend.
Yeah.
Nah, honestly, that's the same shit I do too. Like Liesel with we do our own thing. We sit here and cook. We hang out. You know, we leave almost exclusively do curbside pickup when we can. If we can't, then you know, she stays in the car. I run in real quick and get what we need to do and get the fuck out. You know, and then we go home and then we hang out with Taco, the maniac fucking dog. And then that's pretty much it. You know, and here's the thing. I don't say that in a negative way. I actually enjoy that life. If COVID didn't exist, I'd probably do very similar. So it's not like I'm like whining and moaning about a pandemic. Yeah. Like, oh, all I can do is hang out at home and do nothing. Yeah. Well, the only difference between then and now is Keith would be here during this video. That's probably the only fucking difference. You know?
Yeah. Or you might be here because the internet's way better.
My internet's just as good, brother. Just as good. Plus, I don't drive. So, yeah, and I wouldn't be there because I got a pregnant wife. I need to stay home. I need to, like, today was kind of like a little bit of a not a shock to the system, but it was like, you know, it's like Liesel was like freaking out. Not freaking. She didn't freak out. She's very stoic. Mm-hmm. But she was having her issues, and you know, I had to get her and pack up what needed and get to the fucking hospital. And like, I'm thinking about, man, if I was at fucking work, how would I fucking deal with that shit? So it's like the closer I get to like having the baby, it's the closer I get to one, being home more often, and two, not drinking beer. Because God forbid I'm like halfway into a fucking review session, 3 sheets to the wind, and she's like, yeah, I'm in labor. I'm like, call Uber. Oh yeah, because there's Uber and Hope. You know what I mean? Like, so you know,
they have it. There's like 2 of them. They're $400 each to go.
No, it's tongue in cheek stuff.
No, I know.
You know, because you know we always have mother-in-law because she lives in the main house and her brother and stuff like that. So we always lean into other people, but it's just. You know, it's like shit like that. Like I didn't think of like today, like, you know, I want to take her to the hospital, but I'm like, I left my car on like close to empty, so I had to get gas before I took her. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave my car close to empty anymore. So, man, you're hitting this Montclair a lot, huh?
I bought a bunch of stuff from them when I went. So. Because, you know, I like supporting them. Whatever. They're one of 3 Black-owned breweries in New Jersey, so. That and Forest City, and they're 10 minutes away from each other, so when I go out there, I just buy a bunch from both of them.
What is it? There's more than 3, right? Or are you saying solely owned Black? Like
no, I'm saying no. There's 3 in New Jersey. It's Montclair, Forest City, and Hackensack. Yeah,
and really, I thought there was more.
or at least as of like the beginning of this year or whatever, or not the beginning of this year, but like back in like June when everybody was talking about this stuff and whatnot.
That one brewery you gave me beers from, what were they called? I love the Grisette from them. What was the name of that brewery?
Oh, Old Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down.
They actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, can we send you beer?"
Did they ever send it?
No. It was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, they released something recently, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go down there because I want it." And then I didn't go because it's like 2 hours and change, 2.5 hours from here, something like that. But it was like I don't remember what it was. This is actually really good, and these lights are intense.
I know. What the fuck are you doing there, dude?
It's because I don't have a lot. It's because I don't have a lot of room, so they're just really close.
Okay. What did you get? Would you get like tiny little LED jams or?
Yeah, I got the same ones that you sent me.
Oh, okay.
I paid like $5 or $10 more than the thing that you sent me. But yeah, because like they crowler the cans.
Yeah, I can tell.
So like half of them are like, by the time I get to them, there's no carbonation.
Yeah.
Or even some of the ones that I get to like within a day have no carbonation. But this is actually this is actually so good. This is really good.
You're doing good.
They can hear you.
Ooh. Excuse me for 1 second.
Man.
I gotta go grab some beers out of the fridge.
Oh.
So
All right.
Entertain everybody, please.
Oh God, I don't want to entertain anybody. Hello, everybody. Katie is using her inhaler over there.
Is it loud?
What?
Is it loud?
It was kind of loud.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't know if they could hear it, but I can hear it fairly well. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Times are weird. Today's a weird day. For me, anyway. I hope everyone's doing well, though. Man, this is so good. It's so good. You want to try it?
I look like a wet cat.
They can hear you.
That's fine.
Yeah. I see Ralph saying they need a counter pressure crowler machine. Yeah, I think they have like one of those, like whatever they're called, October things. They just have like one of those things, and they just crowler them. And I don't think I don't know. I don't think they have a whole lot of like quality control when it comes to that stuff. But their beers are awesome. It's just that sometimes when you get to the to-go stuff, it's kind of hit or miss. So
yeah. It's hard to do that. Like they're talking about the counter pressure crowler machine. Like it's not like they're trying to do like 32-ounce crowlers constantly. They're building their 16-ounce can line, Like they're basically putting out 16-ounce cans,
Yeah.
but they're crowlered 16-ounce cans.
They do 16 and 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, you're never going to get consistent canning out of that from a crowler machine. It's just impossible. It sucks, but they're doing it, and but I've had the same issues with carbonation from Hackensack. Actually, a lot of their beers have been like off in carbonation and stuff like that. So, even with a professional canning system, sometimes you have issues. So,
right.
Let's see. Tiger fan chiming in saying, "Dig the sweater, brother." I assume he's talking about me.
He's talking about me.
Well, you don't have a sweater on though. You have a sweatshirt on.
Oh, whatever. So,
what is yours knitted with fibrous tissue
that
you could stretch? No, see, you're not in the sweater, brother.
Actually, I knew Katie was buying this for me, and we both thought that it was going to be like a higher quality thing, but it's not. So
no, it's just it's American Apparel sweatshirt with a screen printed Mojo Jojo on it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Smoking and just saying, this makes me feel like I'm at a bar and no one else can hear me, but I'm still part of the conversation. So kind of like everyday life. DoorDash is the shit. I'm sure that's reference to something. Got the Canada Dry Extra Bold ginger ale for whiskey mixes. Whiskey and ginger. No. You think I'm going to go in someplace weird right now? Is like tugging at my heartstrings. My mom drank one thing and one thing only, which is ginger and scotch. That's what she drank, a highball, ginger, ale, and scotch. And I will love it to the day I die because that's what my mom drank. So, yeah. Wife's not drinking, right? LOL. No, my wife, I'm going to say this. So, I've never been more impressed with anybody in my life than I am with my wife with the pregnancy. Like, the shit she has done that if I was a woman, would not have the willpower to do is beyond like to the point where the people at the hospital today were actually commenting on how impressed they were about it. Like literally my wife, like she won't eat a piece of cheese. And we have like Cooper cheese, the best cheese in the history of mankind. If you don't know what Cooper cheese, look it up. If you never had it, you're missing out. It's the best thing ever. It's basically like if American cheese had a baby with cheddar cheese, but in the best way possible. She won't eat a piece of that because it might have been sliced on the same deli slicer as lunch meat, and lunch meat has the possibility of carrying listeria in it. Like, that's my wife. You know what I mean? Like, she's so good with everything. She's so, you know what I mean? Coffee intake. And like, it's not even like she's not drinking. She's like on top of every fucking thing. So I am so impressed. Like, I love my wife more than anybody I've ever loved in my life. And I want to cry about how impressed I am. So yeah. Smoking and just saying, I only drink pure hillbilly water. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Rick Sanchez chiming in with a capitalized MATT and then a H.O.W. ... Are you feeling? I assume he's just saying, Matt, how are you feeling? I'm feeling fantastic. I actually have no lasting effects of COVID beyond maybe a little bit of maybe a little bit of like tiredness. But I honestly don't know if that's COVID related or the fact that I'm a fat ass and I ate a bunch of turkey and mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. So I don't know. Tiger fans saying, hitting breweries in Tennessee on vacation at the moment. Best sanitation practices I've seen in a sit-down establishment. Props. That's pretty cool. I've heard horror stories about the South. Good friend of mine, pretty much my best friend. He was the best man in my wedding. Murph, his dad, is in a bad place, and he's living with his sister, the father's daughter, down in North Carolina, and he has to travel down there. He doesn't have to. He wants to travel down there, set up periodically to hang out with his father. And he says if he wears a mask, people look at him like he's he's a monster. Speaking of monsters, Ralph, I didn't know that was who you're talking to, is Ralph.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ralph is the man. Let's see. and I'm drinking Centennial from Founders Brewery. That's a great beer, but Founders can go fuck themselves. And sorry, Ruffalo, I'm talking about Matt's bro. What's he talking about? Matt's bro. What's up, Mark Jeremy? Matt's bro. What's bro?
I think he means like Matt's comma bro.
But who you would be my bro? But he said, but he's saying, sorry, Ruffalo, I'm talking about Matt's bro. Like that would be like, sorry, you, I'm talking about you.
Yeah. He's saying, sorry. Yeah, he's calling me Ruffalo and then calling me bro.
Ruffalo?
Okay.
Yeah. They call me Ron Ruffalo.
He's a mixture of Ron Jeremy and
Ron
Mark
Jeremy
Ruffalo.
and Mark Ruffalo.
Katie's like, I'm now turned on way more than it was previous to this conversation.
Yeah, she had to walk away.
Yep, hot and bothered.
Very fun.
It's all about the sweater, dude. That's what Tiger Fans. So let us stretch it down, pull it down. Oh, this is actually my wife's grandfather's sweater. Yeah, my wife's grandma, who off the boat from Germany. Her name is Inga, and I call her fucking Inge. and I say that, I call her that on like outside of like her. I don't actually say to her face fucking Inge. I call her Inga. I call her grandmother. If I call her Inga, she gets mad and says, I am not Inga, I am grandma. But I'm always afraid one day I'm gonna go fucking Inge. You know, and then it's just, this whole family's going to be destroyed because I can't help but add curses to fucking family member names. Yeah. Anyway, so the NerdSense guys are wrapping up now. They said they're wrapping up the gifts. They're starting. He threw out the link there, so we're going to be moving over to their live stream, and let me bring that up for you guys so you guys can actually join in over there. And that was the whole point of this, of me and Keith hanging out, getting a little bit tuned up, and then going over there and just wreaking havoc. Yes, kind of what we do. And it should be pretty fun. So let me post the link. I'm gonna post it in the chat. And then I will post it.
Yo, how do you comment in the chat?
On Streamlabs or StreamYard? Yeah. I have a thing right over on the side here where I can comment.
There isn't a place for me to like there's the private chat.
No, there's a look up top. It should have private and then whatever.
Yeah, when I click on the comments, there's no spot.
No, look all the way up top here. See over here where it says banners, comments, private chat over here.
I don't have that.
You don't have comments?
No, I do. I do have comments. I just don't have a box where I can comment.
You don't have? Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah. So I can read the comments. I just can't comment. I don't know why that is.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll go to I'll open a window in YouTube and pause it, and then that way I can comment and stuff like that, like a separate window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can do that and stuff like that. So. Let me go on to the chat here, or the main video we have going on here. I will put the link in the description below. So we're probably going to peace out in a couple of minutes. Head on over there. And then you guys come and hang out, man. It'll be a good time. I mean, the NerdSense guys will be there. Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews. Reed will be there. Mike's brother will be there. There'll be a bunch of awesome people hanging out and having a good time. So definitely come and hang out. So, let's see, join. Here. There you go. So what else you got? You got anything else to say before we kick off and go join those motherfuckers and sit in the queue for about 45 minutes until they actually let us in? What else you got?
I don't think I have anything. I think Katie might be joining in the NerdSense thing.
Tell Katie if she doesn't join, she's dead to me.
Katie, Matt says that if you don't join, when we move over to Nerdsense, you're dead to him.
Too bad I know where he lives.
Awesome. It's easier to kill her if she comes to me. I don't have to lift a finger.
He said good because it's easier to kill you if you come to him.
Fuck! I didn't say I had common sense. I'm just reactionary. I will join.
Okay. It's not right now. You got time.
But
Okay.
that headphone thing.
Oh right.
Oh, you don't have a fucking splitter, dude.
No,
you can literally drive down the street and buy a fucking splitter for a nickel.
I've never needed one, so I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna get one. I'll probably. I think I have to.
Let me ask you this.
What?
Do you have? There's 19 other ways you could do this. Do you have Bluetooth?
Do you have Bluetooth headphones? No.
Do you have?
She didn't say no. She said, "Nah," and I took that as a no.
Yeah. I have like 19 splitters. You just next time you see me, I'll give you 13.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I just never needed them. So I was just like, whatever.
So what you're saying is, you've never had a Katie in your life to where you wanted to share these experiences with, and you finally have someone you want to share with.
Exactly.
That was very sweet, and she never heard it.
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna take off, guys. In the link in the chat is the link to the Nerdsense holiday special. Go check that out. If you're watching this post, go into the description down there is the link. Join us over there. They're really good dudes. You should be subscribing to all those guys, hanging out, having a good time. So we'll be over there in a minute.
Yep.
We'll see you over there. Peace.